Hey, it's Jeremy with Prince Arcades. It is September 24th, 2019. This is our 276th day of business since we got here. We did a walkthrough then. We're going to do a walkthrough now. A lot has changed since our last video. So we'll start out here with the Die Hard Arcade. Die Hard Arcade by Sega gets played a lot. Got Sega Frogger right next to him. We got a Neo Geo. We got Windjammer, Samurai Showdown, Blazing Star, and Bust a Move on the Neo Geo. We got Tekken 3 by Namco. We got Mortal Kombat 1, 2, and Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. And these are all signed by Richard DeVizio, Daniel Pacina, John Parrish, Jax. Our Mortal Kombat's get a lot of love here. We got 2 copies of the Atari War Final Assault. These are linked. Very awesome game. Killer Instinct 1. Got the Capcom Final Fight. Capcom Street Fighter 2 Hyper Fighting. Mission Craft. Also recognized as StarCraft. Got the Capcom X-Men vs. Street Fighter. The Battletoads here. Star Wars Trilogy. And we'll go around the corner here. We got Landing Gear by Taito. Very challenging game. You don't see this game too many places. Got Namco's Starblade next to it. Giant cockpit version. Don't see this game too many places either. Our personal house favorite is Carnival by Midway. We love our Carnival. One of my favorite games too. Crazy Taxi by Sega. Jambo Safari by Sega. Both stand-up versions. We got Midway's Hydra Thunder. Super favorite driver around here. Got the Taito Space Gun. A lot of records set in that here. We got Atari's Pole Position cockpit version. We got the Bally Midway Sega Bank Panic, another rare beauty. It's a very awesome game. If you haven't played Bank Panic, you got to try it. Got Pigskin 621 AD. Pigskin's a riot. We got Atari Centipede, Ladies' Choice favorite. Sega Gremlin Zaxxon. Road Blasters by Atari, super awesome stand-up driver. We got Sega Turbo, my favorite driver. Got the wood handle shifter. Our beautiful Bally Midway Tron in immaculate condition. Our Tron has a lot of love here as well. Got Mr. Do by Universal. One of our game playing games, Pot of Gold here. Very, very awesome game. Super fun. Joystick only game. Very, very rare as well. Bally Midway Burger Time. Got Qbert here. Jeff Lee autographed this on our opening day. Qbert gets a ton of play here. So does the Pack and Pal. Pack and Pal is a very rare one by Namco. Miss Pac-Man needs no introduction, of course. Galaga. There's always someone on Galaga, even right after we open. My number one favorite game is Space App by Midway. Space App's challenging. It's a physical game and it's super awesome. You don't see Space App at too many places. We got our Bally Midway Tapper here. We restored this a few months ago. Super, super clean. Bally Midway Mappy. Awesome, awesome cabinet here. This came in from Miami. Got Turtles in Time here. This is a cabinet we made in the wood shop, and we used the original monitor and board to put our Turtles in Time together, so we're excited about that. We'll do the inner row here. Total Nuclear Annihilation by Spooky Pinball. Probably the house favorite pinball. Gets a ton of love here. This is one I think they only made 400 something. You don't see it too many places. We got Stearns Austin Powers, which I am personally trying to get a little better at each day. This is an awesome game. Got the Williams F14 Tomcat. This is the first pinball that we had. When we opened up, we had only this pinball. And now we have 6. So we're excited about that. And we're growing all the time on that. Nintendo's Punch-Out. Who doesn't love Punch-Out? This is a game we restored about 2 years ago in hopes of opening here. And then begins our Williams row. We got Williams Smash TV. A lot of records put on this game here. Followed by Robotron right next to it. Followed by Sinistar. Moon Patrol next to that. Moon Patrol is our latest Williams game that we've put on the floor here. That was just a few weeks ago. We got Joust and Joust 2 sitting right next to each other, looking amazing. 2 very awesome games. Joust 2 is more on the rare side. Williams Narc, probably the Williams house favorite here. Got a lot of records set on that here. We got Williams Defender Stargate next to it. And then we got Hit the Ice, the 4-player hockey game. Around the corner here, we got Sega Spider-Man, another awesome 4-player game, followed by a original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which we also made the cabinet for, using, of course, an original board and an original monitor. After that, we got Hammer and Harry. This is a super rare game. I believe we might be the only arcade that has this still in the U.S. This is a game by Irem, 1990, super awesome game. A lot of fun. Got a couple records on this here too. Of course, Rampage World Tour is one of our most played games. 3-player game. Follow-up to the original Rampage. Very awesome follow-up, I might add. Gauntlet Dark Legacy by Midway. Followed by Invasion The Abductors. We picked this one up in Wisconsin. Very, very awesome shooter. One of my favorites. Got NBA Hang Time by Midway, which we're going to swap out pretty soon. Data East Diagogo, which is another super rare game. Elevator Action 2. Don't see this game in a lot of places. This is an amazing follow-up to the original Elevator Action. Super, super awesome game. We got Super Contra here. This is another cabinet that we made in the Prince Arcade's wood shop, using original hardware, board, and monitor, of course. We got the Blitz Showtime Sports Station, which we were looking for this game for a long time. We finally found one. This is a super awesome one. This is the reason we're going to swap Hang Time out, because we now have NBA on NBC with NFL Blitz. Donkey Kong here, Nintendo. A must-have. We were asked for that a couple hundred times. Finally, we got one. Mario Brothers by Nintendo. Play Choice 10 by Nintendo. We got Super Mario, Super Mario 2, Contra, Popeye, Gradius, Double Dragon, Tyson's Punch-Out, Duck Hunt, Wild Gunman, and Jordan vs. Bird. The other side of our pinball row here, we got Bally's Black Rose. Had this guy restored a few months ago. Super excited to have this on the floor. A lot of action on this playfield. Super complicated, fun game with a lot of little side games to it. Williams Comet. Comet has about 100 stories behind it already. Very excited to have Comet on the floor. We picked this one up from a guy that lives right across the street from the arcade, actually. And then we had it restored. It was in pieces. Now it's beautiful. Comet gets a lot of love here. We got the Monster Bash remake. Picked this up back in May from the Midwest Gaming Classic. This game has a huge fan base. That completes the walkthrough. Come see us. We're in Bolingbrook in the Promenade Mall, right by the Bass Pro Shop, Bolingbrook, Illinois, 60440. Prince Arcades.